If you're hearing this, you are aware. This is, of course, obvious. But do not mistake this obviousness for insignificance. The significance of awareness is typically overlooked. And this is an error worse than forgetting to breathe. The cost of forgetting to breathe is death. The cost of overlooking the significance of awareness is a wasted life. The significance of awareness is that it is the common context, basis, and essence of every experience you've ever had. And yet, none of these experiences have ever harmed nor changed awareness. In seeing this, the stability you sought elsewhere is revealed to have been here all along. Not under your nose, closer than that. Not hidden in plain sight, clearer than that. It is somewhat like water is to the fish, both surrounding and within, with no real division between outer and inner. This is why in seeking it, you never find it. It cannot be found, it can only be recognized. And when it is recognized, it is known to be your true nature. Awareness is always on. Even the experiences of dullness, drunkenness, dreaming, and sleep are known in, as, by, and through awareness. You don't really go offline when you sleep. You don't actually drift off one moment and wake up the next. There is a subtle knowing that continues. Furthermore, no experience of illness, injury, nor mental or emotional turmoil has ever affected awareness in the slightest. Awareness beholds sickness just as it beholds health. It beholds depression just as it beholds joy. It beholds hatred just as it beholds love. It is perfectly impartial, including and pervading all experience without approval or rejection. Indeed, the experiences of approval and rejection themselves are perceived with that same clarity. And of course, all these experiences come and go, begin and end. Yet awareness remains. It is before a sensation. It is during a sensation. It is after a sensation. It is before a thought. It is during a thought. It is after a thought. It is before an emotion. It is during an emotion. It is after an emotion. It is before an event. It is during and after an event. If something comes and goes, how can it be you? Even awareness itself is interdependent with that which it beholds. There is only the non-dual, kaleidoscopic, spontaneously unfolding pattern of nature. Truly, nothing that can be said about this is adequate. It is beyond description, beyond understanding with the thinking mind. And yet, to point to this indescribable truth, great masters throughout time have pointed, each in their own way, to this provisional hierarchy. Awareness can be said to be primary, while its contents are secondary. It is not actually a container, yet it contains everything. It is not actually fundamental, for there is no foundation and no structure. It is not actually space, for it has no size. It is at once infinitely large and infinitely small. When you determine the size of a space or of an object, you are running a mental process. You learned to do this so young that it seems to be a hard fact of reality. But this mental process can be ceased, such as when you meditate and find that parts of your body change size in your proprioception. In the same way, for one who learns to rest naturally in all circumstances without seeking or rejecting anything, sounds and sights can appear both near and far at the same time. Emotions can be experienced as colours. Thoughts can cease to occur between the ears and occur instead outside the head. The distinction between awareness and its contents is made provisionally to encourage that key practice of natural rest. Awareness is never engaged in the thoughts, feelings, and behaviors that seem to obscure its clarity. It is like a vast, infinite, timeless space in which all thoughts, feelings, and behaviors occur. All that you take to be yourself occurs in just the same way as a bird flying past your window. The sensation of your left ankle was not there, but now it is. The thought, "I once learned the English language," was not there, but now it is. The feeling associated with me praising you wholeheartedly for being here, insisting that you are a great asset to humanity, even in being merely curious about what I'm saying here. Or perhaps a resistance to acknowledging yourself in this way. This feeling was not here, but now it is. And now, focusing on the feeling I just described, your left ankle has vanished. Perhaps now it is back. How can these things, or any others like them, be who you really are when they come and go with such rapidity? Of course, you recognize patterns in your sensations, thoughts, and feelings. And the aggregate of these patterns is what you take to be yourself. But if you dial up the resolution on your perception, if you zoom out and see things without your usual interpretations, judgments, labels, descriptions, you see that no two perceptions are ever quite the same. Now everything is fresh, vibrant, clear, known in its fullness, just as it is, without the filters overlaid on experience by relativistic thinking. This is to break out of the cage of concepts and live in truth. Truth that is inarguable and irreducible. Truth that would be true on an alien planet, among an alien culture, speaking an alien language, teaching alien philosophies. Concepts, interpretations, labels, judgments, descriptions, philosophies, religions are all subject to being right or wrong. Even what we take as scientific fact is routinely discovered to be false later on. But awareness, the basis of all of this, is beyond right and wrong. It merely sees what is as it is. You needn't think anything about anything. You might choose to do so. That is different. Proactive as opposed to reactive. The mental and emotional resources, the time and energy you claim back from your typical mode of being are infinite in scope. Now you are aligned with the only thing that truly matters. The natural inspiration to do good. Your wish for recognition has vanished, yet now others celebrate your virtue. Your wish for love has vanished, yet now others wish to be around you. Your wish for wealth has vanished, yet now your capacity to earn is multiplied. You benefit others as if you had a magical aura. Wisdom falls out of you like rain from a burst cloud. You want nothing, yet you feel as if you have everything. You have discovered the heaven realm that could never be found because it was always right here, just obscured. You are awakened in that you are no longer dreaming. You are enlightened in that you have relinquished your burdens. You are content, peaceful, aligned, congruent, an emanation of pure benefit without making a crumb of effort to be so.